Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of my course vlogs. Now we're out here at Rio Hondo, and this is the back nine this time. If you missed the front, link is in the description below. Make sure you check that out. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to have you back here week after week. Hey, let's jump right on out there to the 10th hole, unusually a par 3. Let's check it out. Not always my favorite coming off the snack bar and having a par 3 in front of me. But that's what we have here at Rio Hondo, 204 yards from the blue tees to the center of this green. It's relatively straight, and a little bit in front of the green, there is a rise in the quote-unquote fairway that makes this green somewhat blind from the tee box. Now, like I said, never my favorite, and that was a terribly chunked 7-iron right into that fairway. And a simple up and down here from 90 yards to save my par and stay under par for the round. But this one was slippery on the top side of the hole here, which is not ideal on most of these greens. You got to be under the hole to have makeable chances at your putts. And here we go on to the first par 5 on the back nine. It is the most difficult hole here on the back nine because this thing is narrow. A shoot down there, 490 yards, is not the longest par 5 you're ever going to see, but this is going to test your precision. If you miss it anywhere down the right, those nets will catch it up and just shoot your ball straight down to the ground, making this golf hole even longer. So make sure you're left on your approach, giving yourself a good angle into this green, which is well protected as with the rest of the hole. Big bunker right, water on the left. You have got to be precise from tee to green on this par 5. Now I was airing out down the left-hand side. There was not much trouble down there, so I just wanted to make sure I did not go right. I was stuck behind some trees here and on the big hill. I tried to hit a gigantic hook off of this mound. Got it up and over the tree, hit a great golf shot, and it landed just here next to the cart path up against the border fence. A very tricky chip shot here. I was playing to chip it off of the cart path. That was really one of my only shots I had. Go, go, go! Oh, man. From the fringe here for birdie, putter was the wise decision. That is, it was all downhill all the way to the hole. There was no way I was going to be able to hit a chip shot that precise and that softly.
Huh? I gave you a good.
A nice comfy tap-in par on the par 5. And we can head on to a drivable par 4 sitting right underneath these power lines. I'm not going to fly the drone over there. That is a no-go. So we're going to sit over here and off to the side. You can get the same look at it. It is reachable. Only 310 yards to the center of the green. That's about 295 to the front edge. That front bunker would be a great place for a drive. Just get up and down for the birdie. And with that pin on the back left, there is plenty of room to miss on this hole. Driver was the play. And then I promptly send it dead right into the trees and up against the fence. I had to take a unplayable lie and get a nice 2-club drop out here on the dirt, hitting 3, just trying to get up and down for par. Hit a fantastic shot here to 6 feet, but it was above the hole again. Another slippery one coming down the hill for par. Now, a lot like the 12th, number 13 here plays right along those power lines, and it's going to be a very tight tee shot, just like the rest of the golf course. That bunker down the right is elevated and will give you a good look at the green if you're in it, but ultimately you do not want to be in the sand. Thread it down the needle here, and you'll have a good look into the screen. A back center hole location is what I'm going to be facing today, and don't be fooled by that bunker on the left. It is well short of the green. Make sure you're playing a good 10 to 15 yards over that bunker. Really was feeling confident with the driver at the moment and turned one down to the left here. Just trying to leave it in front of the green with a simple up and down chip shot. 61 yards was a very awkward distance. I tried to be precise here with my lob wedge, just nipped it perfectly here to 15 feet. Another one above the hole, but this one is very makeable.
Nice putt. Oh, what the hell? That was that last minute adjustment, dude.
Oh man, ultimately it's just another comfy tap-in par as we head on to the par 3 14th. Located on the other side of the power lines, this one's going to play all the way over water, and from the blue tees, it's a whopping 204 yards to the center. All carry, and this hole location is left center, right over the water. The play for me here was center of the green, if not the right center of the green. I did not want to even flirt with the drink over there. A pure 7-iron here caught the front edge of the green, but I had 50 feet for birdie coming all the way to this hole location. Just another comfy tap-in par, and we're on to the last par 5 of the day. Another one under 500 yards, and another one that is very, very skinny. The trouble off the tee are those two bunkers down the right, and they're protecting the right-hand side for a reason, as the green is wrapped well around to the left, way over the top of those pine trees on the left. So you're going to want your drive as far over to the right-hand side as possible to give yourself an angle into this green. You should have enough to go for it, and if you do, get it to the front edge. Otherwise, play your layup out to that bunker. It's 50 to 60 yards to the center of the green, and it should be an easy up and down for your birdie. Was able to get this drive to just bleed on over to the right-hand side, and it was in the right-hand rough well past those bunkers on the fairway. Just an 8-iron here for me. That's my 175 club. And I just didn't quite cut enough of the corner off. Those big, tall trees are there for a reason, marking the corner of the hole and where the green is behind it. I was pin high, well off to the right-hand side, just trying to get up and down here for birdie to get back into the red. And finally, I left a putt underneath the hole. It's not quite that close, but it is under the hole. And I just couldn't get that one to drop either. Another comfy tap-in par. That's 3 in a row, and we're on to a very treacherous and short par 4. The 16th here is only 320 yards from the blue tees, about 300 from the whites, and all the trouble in this golf hole is near the green. It's a very tight tee shot. Make sure you air your shot off to the right-hand side, though, so you have a look at this green that is well protected on 3 sides by some water. Luckily, there's no sand off to the right-hand side or any sand on this hole at all. It's just that water hazard down there you got to worry about. Now, this was a play for distance off the tee. I just wanted to have a smooth 5-iron off the tee to make sure I found the fairway. And naturally, you turn it over a little bit and it's in the left-hand rough. Protected by the trees. I had to go over the water, through the trees, and I just barely pulled it off to the front of the green. 60 feet here for birdie. Had to lag it all the way up here to this hole, and this was not a very comfy tap-in par, but it was a par nonetheless, keeping us right at even par as we head to the last par 3 of the day and the shortest one on the card that I can remember. Only 154 yards to the center. We were facing a front hole location, and that bunker on the front really has a high lip protecting this green. Most of the green is blind. Just a pitching wedge here to this hole location for me, which was on the middle right of this green, and I don't really remember the contouring of the green very much to remember that that is the high side of the green. So I was actually happy being underneath the hole, but I did not hit the ball up the hill. And here I had 8 feet up the hill for par, and I just rammed it through the break, didn't trust my line, and that's an ugly 3-putt bogey as we head onto the last hole of the day. A tough, strong par 4 to close it off. Here, wrapping around the driving range. The 18th hole is going to get tighter and tighter as it gets closer and closer to the green. Air out your drive towards the left-hand side. Ideally, you're in the shady side of the fairway as you see it here as we fly. Coming into the green, it's just a simple green finally. It is well protected on the left side by those tall trees, and on the right, you got another deep bunker you got to contend with. Played another fade off the tee with the driver here and just was able to keep this ball on the golf hole here and just barely inside the tree line. I had to hit a low punch wedge shot here to the front right of the green. I could not aim at this left-hand flagstick, but I did hit it pin high and had one last look at birdie.
Hey, thanks everyone for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Later.